نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدني علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين. سورة الذاريات. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والذاريات ذروا فالحاملات وقرا فالجاريات يسرا فالمقسمات أمرا إنما توعدون لصادق وَإِنَّ الدِّينَ لَوَاقِعٌ. By the spreaders spreading, and those carrying loads, and those moving gently, and those distributing as commanded. What you are promised is true. Judgment will take place by the sky that is woven. You differ in what you say. Averted from it is he who is averted. Perish the impostors, those who are dazed in ignorance. They ask, when is the day of judgment? The day they are presented to the fire. Taste your ordeal. This is what you used to challenge. But the pious are amidst gardens and springs, receiving what their Lord has given them. They were virtuous before that. They used to sleep a little at night, and at dawn they would pray for pardon. And in their wealth there was a share for the beggar and the deprived, and on earth are signs for the convinced. And within yourselves, do you not see? And in the heaven is your livelihood, and what you are promised, by the Lord of the heaven and the earth. It is as true as the fact that you speak. Has the story of Ibrahim's honored guests reached you? When they entered upon him, they said, Salam. Ibrahim said, Salam, strangers. Then he slipped away to his family and brought a fatted calf. He set it before them. He said, Will you not eat? And he harbored fear of them. They said, Do not fear. And they announced to him the good news of a knowledgeable boy. His wife came forward crying. She clasped her face and said, A barren old woman? They said, Thus spoke your Lord. He is the wise, the knowing. Ibrahim said, What is your business, O envoys? They said, We are sent to a people guilty of sin, to unleash upon them rocks of clay, marked by your Lord for the excessive. We evacuated all the believers who were in it, but found in it only one household of Muslims, and we left in it a sign for those who feared the painful punishment. And in Musa we sent him to Pharaoh with a clear authority, but he turned away with his warlords and said, A sorcerer or a madman. So we seized him and his troops and threw them into the sea, and he was to blame. And in Ad we unleashed against them the devastating wind. It spared nothing it came upon, but rendered it like decayed ruins. And in Samud they were told, Enjoy yourselves for a while. But they defied the command of their Lord. So the lightning struck them as they looked on. They could not rise up, nor could they find help. And before that, the people of Noah, they were immoral people. We constructed the universe with power, and we are expanding it. And the earth, we spread it out. How well we prepared it. We created all things in pairs, so that you may reflect and ponder. So flee towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am to you from him a clear warner. And do not set up any other God with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am to you from him a clear warner. Likewise, no messenger came to those before them, but they said, A sorcerer or a madman. Did they recommend it to one another? In fact, they are rebellious people. So turn away from them. You are not to blame. And remind, for the reminder benefits the believers. I did not create the jinn and the humans except to worship me. I need no livelihood from them, nor do I need them to feed me. Allah is the provider, the one with power, the strong. Those who do wrong will have their turn, like the turn of their counterparts. So let them not rush me. So woe to those who disbelieve because of that day of theirs which they are promised. Surah At-Tur. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wat-Turi wa kitabim masturin fi raqqim manshurin wal baytil ma'mur والسقف المرفوع والبحر المسجور إن عذاب ربك لواقع ما له من دافع يوم تمور السماء مورا وتسير الجبال سيرا. By the mount, and a book inscribed in a published scroll, and the frequented house, and the elevated roof, and the seething sea. The punishment of your Lord is coming. There is nothing to avoid it. On the day when the heaven sways in agitation, and the mountains go into motion. Woe on that day to the deniers, those who play with speculation, the day when they are shoved into the fire of hell forcefully. This is the fire which you used to deny. Is this magic, or do you not see? Burn in it, whether you are patient or impatient. It is the same for you. You are only being repaid for what you used to do. But the righteous will be amid gardens and bliss, enjoying what their Lord has given them, and their Lord has spared them the suffering of hell. Eat and drink happily for what you used to do, relaxing on luxurious furnishings, and you will couple them with gorgeous spouses. Those who believed and their offspring followed them in faith, we will unite them with their offspring, and we will not deprive them of any of their works. Every person is hostage of what he has earned, and we will supply them with fruit and meat such as they desire. They will exchange therein a cup, wherein is neither harm nor sin. Serving them will be youths like hidden pearls. And they will approach one another, inquiring. They will say, before this, we were fearful for our families. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us and spared us the agony of the fiery winds. Before this, we used to pray to Him. He is the good, the compassionate. So remind Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by the grace of your Lord, you are neither a soothsayer nor a madman. Or do they say, a poet? We await for him a calamity of time? Say, go on waiting. I'll be waiting with you. Or is it that their dreams compel them to this? Or are they aggressive people? Or do they say, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam made this Quran by himself? Rather, they do not believe. So let them produce a discourse like it, if they are truthful. Or were they created out of nothing? Or are they the creators? Or did they create the heavens and the earth? In fact, they are not certain. Or do they possess the treasuries of your Lord? Or are they the controllers? Or do they have a stairway by means of which they listen? Then let their listeners produce a clear proof. Or for him the daughters, and for you the sons? Or Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, do you demand a payment from them, and they are burdened by debt? Or do they know the future, and they are writing it down? Or are they planning a conspiracy? The conspiracy will befall the disbelievers. Or do they have a God besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala transcends what they associate. Even if they were to see lumps of the sky falling down, they would say, a mass of clouds. So leave them until they meet their day in which they will be stunned. The day when their prize will avail them nothing, and they will not be helped. For those who do wrong, there is a punishment besides that, but most of them do not know. So patiently await the decision of your Lord, for you are before our eyes, and proclaim the praises of your Lord when you arise, and glorify him during the night, and at the receding of the stars. Surah An-Najam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَالنَّجْمِ إِذَا هَوَى مَا ضَلَّ صَاحِبُكُمْ وَمَا غَوَى وَمَا يَنطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى عَلَّمَهُ شَدِيدُ الْقُوَى ذُو مِرَّةٍ فَاسْتَوَى وَهُوَ بِالْأُفُقِ الْأَعْلَى ثُمَّ دَنَا فَتَدَلَّى فَكَانَ قَابَ قَوْسَيْنِ أَوْ أَدْنَى فَأَوْحَى إِلَى عَبْدِهِ مَا أَوْحَى. By the star as it goes down, your friend has not gone astray, nor has he erred, nor does he speak out of desire. It is but a revelation revealed, taught to him by the extremely powerful, the one of vigor, he settled, while he was at the highest horizon. Then he came near and hovered around. He was within 2 bows' length or closer. Then he revealed to his servant what he revealed. The heart did not lie about what it saw. Will you dispute with him concerning what he saw? He saw him on another descent, at the lotus tree of extremity, near which is the garden of repose. As there covered the lotus tree what covered it, the sight did not waver, nor did it exceed. He saw some of the great signs of his Lord. Have you considered Al-Lat and Al-Uzza and Manat, the third one, the other? Are you to have the males and he the females? What a bizarre distribution! These are nothing but names which you have devised, you and your ancestors, for which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down no authority. They follow nothing but assumptions and what the ego desires, even though guidance has come to them from their Lord. Or is the human being to have whatever he desires? To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala belong the last and the first. How many an angel is there in the heavens whose intercession avails nothing, except after Allah gives permission to whomever he wills and approves. Those who do not believe in the hereafter give the angels the names of females. They have no knowledge of that. They only follow assumptions, and assumptions are no substitute for the truth. So avoid him who has turned away from our remembrance and desires nothing but the present life. That is the extent of their knowledge. Your Lord knows best who has strayed from his path, and he knows best who has accepted guidance. To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on earth. He will repay those who do evil according to their deeds, and recompense those who do good with the best. Those who avoid gross sins and indecencies, except for minor lapses, your Lord is of vast forgiveness. He knows you well, ever since he created you from the earth, and ever since you were embryos in your mother's wombs. So do not acclaim your own virtue. He is fully aware of the righteous. Have you considered him who turned away and gave a little and held back? Does he possess knowledge of the unseen and can therefore foresee? Or was he not informed of what is in the scrolls of Musa and of Ibrahim, who fulfilled that no soul bears the burdens of another soul? and that the human being attains only what he strives for, and that his efforts will be witnessed. Then he will be rewarded for it the fullest reward, and that to your Lord is the finality, and that it is He who causes laughter and weeping, and that it is He who gives death and life, and that it is He who created the two kinds, the male and the female, from a sperm drop when emitted, and that upon Him is the next existence, and that it is He who enriches and impoverishes, and that it is He who is the Lord of Sirius, and that it is He who destroyed the first Ad and Samud, sparing no one, and the people of Nuh before that, for they were most unjust and most oppressive. And he toppled the ruined cities, and covered them with whatever covered them. So, which of your Lord's marvels can you deny? This is a warning, just like the first warnings. The inevitable is imminent. None besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can unveil it. Do you marvel at this discourse, and laugh and do not weep, lost in your frivolity? So bow down to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and worship. Surah Al-Qamar. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر وإن يروا آية يعرضوا ويقولوا سحر مستمر وكذبوا واتبعوا أهواءهم وكل أمر مستقر. The hour has drawn near, and the moon has split. Yet, whenever they see a miracle, they turn away and say continuous magic. They lied and followed their opinions, but everything has its time. And there came to them news containing a deterrent, profound wisdom, but warnings are of no avail. So turn away from them. On the day when the caller calls to something terrible, their eyes humiliated, they will emerge from the graves as if they were swarming locusts, scrambling towards the caller. The disbelievers will say, "This is a difficult day." Before them, the people of Nuh disbelieved. They rejected our servant and said, "Crazy," and he was rebuked. So he appealed to his Lord, "I am overwhelmed, so help me." So we opened the floodgates of heaven with water pouring down, and we made the earth burst with springs, and the waters met for a purpose already destined. And we carried him on a craft of planks and nails, sailing before our eyes, a reward for him who was rejected. And we left it as a sign. Is there anyone who would take heed? So how were my punishment and my warnings? We made the Quran easy to learn. Is there anyone who would learn? Ad denied the truth. So how were my punishment and my warnings? We unleashed upon them a screaming wind on a day of unrelenting misery, plucking the people away, as though they were trunks of uprooted palm trees. So how were my punishment and my warnings? We made the Quran easy to remember. Is there anyone who would remember? The warnings also came to the people of Pharaoh. They rejected our signs, all of them. So we seized them, the seizure of an almighty omnipotent. Are your unbelievers better than all those? Or do you have immunity in the scriptures? Or do they say, "We are united and we will be victorious"? The multitude will be defeated, and they will turn their backs. The hour is their appointed time. The hour is more disastrous and most bitter. The wicked are in confusion and madness, the day when they are dragged upon their faces into the fire. Taste the touch of succor. Everything we created is precisely measured, and our command is but once, like the twinkling of an eye. We have destroyed your likes. Is there anyone who would ponder? Everything they have done is in the books. Everything, small or large, is written down. The righteous will be amidst gardens and rivers, in an assembly of virtue, in the presence of an omnipotent king. Thamud rejected the warnings. They said, "Are we to follow one of us, a human being? We would then go astray and end up in hell. Was the message given to him out of all of us? In fact, he is a wicked liar." They will know tomorrow who is the wicked liar is. We are sending the she-camel as a test for them. So watch them and be patient, and inform them that the water is to be shared between them. Each share of drink made available. But they called their friends, and he dared, and he slaughtered. So how were my punishment and my warnings? We sent against them a single scream, and they became like crushed hay. We made the Quran easy to understand. Is there anyone who would understand? The people of Lut rejected the warnings. We unleashed upon them a shower of stones, except for the family of Lut. We rescued them at dawn, a blessing from us. Thus we reward the thankful. He had warned them of our onslaught, but they dismissed the warnings. They even lusted for his guest. So we obliterated their eyes. So taste my punishment and my warnings. Early morning brought upon them enduring punishment. So taste my punishment and my warnings. We made the Quran easy to memorize. Is there anyone who would memorize? Surah Ar-Rahman. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahman. علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. The Compassionate has taught the Quran. He created man and taught him clear expression. The sun and the moon move according to plan, and the stars and the trees prostrate themselves, and the sky he raised, and he set up the balance. So do not transgress in the balance, but maintain the weights with justice, and do not violate the balance. And the earth he set up for the creatures. In it are fruits and palms in clusters, and grains in the blades, and fragrant plants. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? He created man from hard clay, like bricks, and created the jinn from a fusion of fire. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Lord of the two easts and Lord of the two wests. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? He merged the two seas, converging together. Between them is a barrier, which they do not overrun. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? From them emerge pearls and coral. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? His are the ships, raised above the sea like landmarks. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Everyone upon it is perishing, but will remain the presence of your Lord, full of majesty and splendor. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Everyone in the heavens and the earth asks him. Every day he is managing. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? We will attend to you, O prominent two. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? O society of jinn and humans, if you can pass through the bounds of the heavens and the earth, go ahead and pass. But you will not pass except with authorization. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? You will be bombarded with flares of fire and brass, and you will not succeed. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? When the sky splits apart and becomes rose like paint. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? On that day, no human, no jinn will be asked about his sins. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? The guilty will be recognized by their marks. They will be taken by the forelocks and the feet. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? This is hell that the guilty denied. They circulate between it and between a seething bath. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? But for him who feared the standing of his Lord are two gardens. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Full of varieties. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? In them are two flowing springs. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? In them are fruits of every kind, in pairs. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Reclining on furnishings, lined with brocade, and the fruits of the two gardens are near at hand. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? In them are maidens restraining their glances, untouched before by any man or jinn. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? As though they were rubies and corals. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Is the reward of goodness anything but goodness? So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? And beneath them are two gardens. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Deep green. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? In them are two gushing springs. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? In them are fruits and date palms and pomegranates. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? In them are good and beautiful ones. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Companions secluded in the tents. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Whom no human has touched before, nor jinn. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Reclining on green cushions and exquisite carpets. So which of your Lord's marvels will you deny? Blessed be the name of your Lord, full of majesty and splendor. Surah Al Waqia. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وَكُنْتُمْ أَزْوَاجًا ثَلَاثَةً. When the inevitable occurs, of its occurrence there is no denial, bringing low, raising high. When the earth is shaken with a shock, and the mountains are crushed and crumbled, and they become scattered dust, and you become three classes. Those on the right, what of those on the right? And those on the left, what of those on the left? And the forerunners, those are the nearest, in the gardens of bliss, a throng from the ancients, and a small band from the latecomers. On luxurious furnishings, reclining on them, facing one another, serving them will be immortalized youth, with cups, pitchers, and sparkling drinks, causing them neither headache nor intoxication, and fruits of their choice, and meat of birds that they may desire, and lovely companions, the likenesses of treasured pearls, as a reward for what they used to do. Therein they will hear no nonsense and no accusations, but only the greeting, Salam, Salam, peace, peace. And those on the right, what of those on the right? In lush orchards and sweet smelling plants and extended shade and outpouring water and abundant fruit, neither withheld nor forbidden, and uplifted mattresses. We have created them of special creation and made them virgins, tender and unaging. For those on the right, a throng from the ancients, and a throng from the latecomers. And those on the left, what of those on the left? Amid searing wind and boiling water, and a shadow of thick smoke, neither cool nor refreshing. They had lived before that in luxury, and they used to persist in immense wrongdoing. And they used to say, when we are dead and turned into dust and bones, are we to be resurrected? And our ancient ancestors too? Say, the first and the last will be gathered for the appointment of a familiar day. Then you misguided, who deny the truth, will be eating from the tree of bitterness, will be filling your bellies with it, will be drinking on top of it boiling water, drinking like thirsty camels drink. That is their hospitality on the day of retribution. We created you, if only you would believe. Have you seen what you ejaculate? Is it you who created, or are we the creator? We have decreed death among you, and we will not be outstripped in replacing you with your likes and transforming you into what you do not know. You have known the first formation, if only you would remember. Have you seen what you cultivate? Is it you who make it grow, or are we the grower? If we will, we can turn it into rubble. Then you will lament. We are penalized. No, we are being deprived. Have you seen the water you drink? Is it you who sent it down from the clouds, or are we the sender? If we will, we can make it salty. Will you not be thankful? Have you seen the fire you kindle? Is it you who produce its tree, or are we the producer? We have made it a reminder and a comfort for the users. So glorify the name of your great Lord. I swear by the locations of the stars. It is an oath. If you only knew, that is tremendous. It is a noble Quran in a well-protected book. None can grasp it except the purified. A revelation from the Lord of the words. Is it this discourse that you take so lightly, and you make it your livelihood to deny it? So when it has reached the throat, as you are looking on, we are nearer to it than you are, but you do not see. If you are not held to account, then bring it back if you are truthful. But if he is one of those brought near, then happiness and flowers and garden of delights. And if he is one of those on the right, then peace upon you from those on the right. But if he is one of the deniers, the mistaken, then a welcome of inferno and burning in hell. This is the certain truth. So glorify the name of your Lord, the Magnificent.
नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम एक दफ़ा मस्जिद में तशरीफ़ लाए तो देखा कि कुछ लोग मस्जिद में हंस रहे हैं। आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, क्या तुम लोगों को खौफ नहीं रहा? साथ ही सूरह अल-हदीद की ये आयत पढ़ी, अअलमू अन्नमल हयातुद दुनिया लइबुन व लहवुन व ज़ीनतुन व तफाखुरुन बैनकुम व तकासुरुन फिल अमवालि वल औलाद। जान रखो कि दुनिया की ज़िंदगी महज खेल और तमाशा और जीनत और आराइश और तुम्हारे आपस में फ़ख्र और सताइश और माल और औलाद की एक दूसरे से ज़्यादा तलब और ख्वाहिश है। जब सहाबा कराम ने ये सुना तो पूछा कि या रसूल अल्लाह, जो हम हंसे हैं इसका कफ़ारा क्या होगा? तो आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, जितना हंसे हो इतना ही रो।
Glorifying Allah is everything in the heavens and the earth. He is the Almighty, the Wise. To Him belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He gives life and causes death, and He has power over all things. He is the first and the last, and the outer and the inner, and He has knowledge of all things. It is He who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, then settled over the throne. He knows what penetrates into the earth, and what comes out of it, and what descends from the sky, and what ascends to it, and He is with you wherever you may be. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is seeing of everything you do. To Him belongs the kingship of the heavens and the earth, and to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all matters are referred. He merges the night into the day, and He merges the day into the night, and He knows what the heart contains. Believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and spend from what He made you inherit. Those among you who believe and give will have a great reward. What is the matter with you that you do not believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam calls you to believe in your Lord, and He has received a pledge from you if you are believers? It is He who sends down upon His servant clear revelations to bring you out of darkness into the light. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gentle towards you, most compassionate. And why is it that you do not spend in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when to Allah belongs the inheritance of the heavens and the earth? Not equal among you are those who contributed before the conquest and fought. Those are higher in rank than those who contributed afterwards and fought. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises both a good reward. Allah is well experienced in what you do. Who is he who will lend Allah a loan of goodness that He may double it for him and will have a generous reward? On the day when you see the believing men and believing women, their light radiating ahead of them and to their right. Good news for you today. Gardens beneath which rivers flow, dwelling therein forever. That is the great triumph. On the day when the hypocritical men and hypocritical women will say to those who believed, "Wait for us, let us absorb some of your light," it will be said, "Go back behind you and seek light." A wall will be raised between them, in which is a door. Within it is mercy, and outside it is agony. They will call to them, "Were we not with you?" They will say, "Yes, but you cheated your souls, and waited, and doubted, and became deluded by wishful thinking, until the command of Allah arrived, and arrogance deceived you regarding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, today no ransom will be accepted from you, nor from those who disbelieved. The fire is your refuge. It is your companion. What an evil fate! Is it not time for those who believe to surrender their hearts to the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to the truth that has come down, and not be like those who were given the book previously, but time became prolonged for them, so their hearts hardened, and many of them are sinners? Know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revives the earth after its death. We thus explain the revelations for you, so that you may understand. The charitable men and charitable women who have loaned Allah a loan of righteousness, it will be multiplied for them, and for them is a generous reward. Those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His messengers, these are the sincere and the witnesses with their Lord. They will have their reward and their light. But as for those who disbelieve and deny our revelations, these are the inmates of the place. Know that the worldly life is only play and distraction and glitter and boasting among you, and rivalry in wealth and children. It is like a rainfall that produces plants
and delights the disbelievers. But then it withers, and you see it yellowing, and then it becomes debris. While in the hereafter there is severe agony and forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and acceptance. The life of this world is nothing but enjoyment of vanity, raised towards forgiveness from your Lord, and a garden as vast as the heavens and the earth, prepared for those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His messengers. That is the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He bestows it on whomever He wills. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the possessor of immense grace. No calamity occurs on earth or in your souls, but it is in a book, even before we make it happen. That is easy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you may not sorrow over what eludes you, or exult over what He has given you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not love the proud snob, those who are stingy and induce people to be stingy. Whoever turns away, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the independent, the praiseworthy. We sent our messengers with the clear proofs, and we sent down with them the book and the balance, that humanity may uphold justice. And we sent down iron, in which is violent force and benefits for humanity, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may know who supports Him and His messengers invisibly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is strong and powerful. We sent Nuh and Ibrahim, and established in their line prophethood and the scripture. Some of them are guided, but many of them are sinners. Then we sent in their wake our messengers, and followed up with Isa, son of Maryam, and we gave him the gospel, and instilled in the hearts of those who followed him compassion and mercy. But as for the monasticism which they invented, we did not ordain it for them, only to seek Allah's approval. But they did not observe it with its due observance. So we gave those of them who believed their reward, but many of them are sinful. O you who believe, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and believe in His messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He will give you a double promotion of His mercy, and will give you a light by which you walk, and will forgive you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forgiving and merciful. That the people of the book may know that they have no power whatsoever over Allah's grace, and that all grace is in Allah's hand. He gives it to whomever He wills. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is possessor of great grace. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.